So this green tea and Gotu Kola infused oil has quickly become one of my very favorite topical oils in all of my skincare products, but especially in cleansers and in lotions, in large part due to the fact that both of these herbs have so many powerful medicinal properties for our skin. So it's very simple, and all we're gonna do is first start by measuring out our herbs. So with this method, I do wanna show you a little bit of a more precise way that I've figured out what quantities really work for this oil in order to get a really powerful medicinal product. And so we'll start just by getting our kitchen scale out and measuring our green tea. So these green tea leaves are some of the most powerfully antioxidant herbs that we have. This is obviously one of the most, after water, probably most consumed beverages in the world. And when we use it on our skin, we can actually get a lot of those same anti-inflammatory, antioxidant benefits that we would get by consuming it internally. So I'm almost at 30 grams of herb. And if you're a perfectionist, you'll really love this part of herbal medicine making. And I'm gonna open up my blender, and I've got 30 grams, and it's just gonna go straight into the blender. I'll zero out my scale once again, and now measure out 15 grams of Gotu Kola. So if you don't know about Gotu Kola, it's also known as Centella, or Centella asiatica. And asiatica is because this herb contains a lot of a certain chemical compound called asiaticoside. And that compound has been pretty heavily researched for its ability to help increase collagen production and reduce scar formation, and essentially help with overall healing of the skin when applied topically. So you'll see again in lots of fancy sort of herbal products, or I should say beauty or skincare products out there, that they're going to contain Gotu Kola these days. You're seeing that more and more, as well as extracts of asiaticoside. But we're going to use the whole plant here because besides just that one compound, there's a lot of other really powerful medicinal benefits in this plant. And when it's taken internally, it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine and traditional Chinese medicine as almost like a cognitive tonic and adaptogen. So it has this overall strengthening effect upon the whole body, and I really do love this herb. So I've measured out 16, it should be 15 grams, but I'm not a perfect, 15, there we go, perfect. 15 grams. We're gonna add that into our blender. Okay. So from there, we're gonna pour in our oil. And the oil that I've chosen to use is almond oil. And I really love almond oil for my anything that I'm using on my face. So this oil is going to be incorporated into our facial cleanser and moisturizer. It's naturally incredibly high in vitamin A and vitamin E, which are both very, very helpful for the skin, again, for anti-aging and antioxidant properties. So we're going to pour out roughly about 450 milligrams of almond oil right into our blender over top of our herbs. What's handy is I can use this canister to look at exactly how much oil I've added. Great. Perfect. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a stir. Get the top on. And you only want to blend it not very long, about 30 seconds or so. Like a herbal smoothie. I don't think it would taste very good. So, great. And you want to get all those little tiny bits in there that you can into your jar. So to leave this sitting, usually about 2 weeks is plenty in order to get a good extraction. And because this herb is so fine, you really want to make sure we give it a good shake at least once a day when we see that sediment forming along the bottom. You can also open it up and spin it with a little spoon if that's easier. But this is our Gotu Kola green tea infused oil that we'll strain off using a mesh strainer and cheesecloth. And once we've done that, and you may need to do that a couple of times with this because again, those pieces of herbs are so small and you want to make sure you don't get any sediment in your final product. But what I have here is some of that strained off oil. You can see it's that really beautiful color that I can tell that the green tea and the Gotu Kola has been deeply infused into this almond oil, and it's going to make a beautiful preparation for our cleanser and our lotion.